YouTube, this is VidHead85, and thank you so much for joining me for Real Newsblast, episode 16. This is out of Michigan. Now, after a clean sweep of abortion rights triumphant in Kansas, Michigan, and Ohio, the pro-forced birth crew had to get some headlines of their own to steal the thunder of Ohio's passage of Issue 1. So what did they do? They sue over the expansion of abortion protections from Proposal 3 of 2022 last year. They took an L at the ballot box, so now they're heading to court. Here are a couple of the allegations. The first one is that Proposal 3 creates a super right unregulated by the legislature. That is undeniably false. It created a right to abortion in the Constitution and reproductive care that the legislature can't just play around with. The right to one's own reproductive health in this case is not subordinate to the whims of the legislature. This doesn't mean that the legislature can't regulate other aspects of it, but there must be reasonable and compelling governmental interest. After seeing what forced pro-birthers do when they're in charge, without initiatives like in Alabama and Tennessee and Georgia and other places without initiatives, it is not beyond the pale to see that if Proposal 3 didn't pass, abortion could have been banned completely. The second argument is arguing that Michigan's abortion access violates federal constitutional rights for, among others, the preborn and born following a failed abortion. Proposal 3 causes great harm to pregnant women by exempting them from the legal protections afforded to other classes of individuals in violation of the equal protection guarantee of the 14th Amendment. Now, I'm not exactly a constitutional scholar or not but I really don't think that that is what equal protection means. It fails. Does not pass the smell test of the 14th Amendment. So I have also yet to hear of a credible case of a fetus being born alive after a failed abortion, and the preborn do not have any rights not connected to the mother. If a pregnant woman is murdered, most often the unborn fetus is another charge because the woman was carrying the unborn fetus at the time of death. That is simply a rhetorical thing. Also, aren't they in support of trap laws or targeted restrictions on abortion providers that make it harder to obtain abortions and 24-hour waits, as well as turning the sonogram picture to them before the abortion? These laws don't target any other group of people either. Even after Proposal 3 passed, and they were passing the Reproductive Health Act, the legislature didn't have enough votes to repeal the 24-hour wait law. I feel that repealing that is something that will help when people are leaving nearby states with total bans. The third one is misinformation in the passage of Proposal 3. Now, I'm pretty sure that as we saw with Ohio State, most of the misinformation of abortion rights have been done by the forced birther crowd, state websites, and state resources. Fourth, they say that Proposal 3, okay, nope, not that one. We already covered that one. So I don't think this will even reach the merits because there is another piece to it, standing. Standing pretty much says that I can stand and say that I've been harmed by the law, not that I just don't like it. I think that this will be dismissed due to a lack of standing because they have to prove that they were hurt by the law before they can even get to the merits of the case. The last claim I'll address is the usurping of the Michigan legislature on this topic. The state of Michigan allows initiatives and is supposed to be a check on the legislature. The 10th Amendment of the Constitution they claim to love, and only like the second one, says, "The powers not delegated to the United States by the Constitution, nor prohibited by it to the states, are reserved to the states respectively or to the people." Now, I think it seems like they're saying that with this one, the people have no right to check the legislature. That initiative process shouldn't have even been binding law, though their constitution allows initiatives. It's pretty much a circle thing saying, I just don't like it. The Michigan GOP has also filed suit against two other voter rights legislations, passages of Proposal 3 of 2018 and Proposal 2 of 2020. Both passed with at least 60% of the vote and guaranteed the rights to same-day registration, 9 days of early voting, absentee voting, among other rights. Since voters approved the constitutional amendments, the legislature has passed legislation implementing these measures. The action seeks not only to halt the changes brought on by the voter-pass initiatives, which included no reason absentee voting and 9 days of early voting, but to prohibit the future use of altogether of citizen-led petition initiatives when they pertain to state election law. I think that this one is dead in the water because initiatives have to have... While initiatives do have some places that they cannot go, cutting off state election law from the initiative process is something that would it would be unprecedented in any state with initiatives. So, even though it would have to be something egregious in the state constitution, in my view, to nullify all of the votes. And in this case, in these two particular cases, or three with these proposals, it would be unmentionable, mind-numbingly crazy to actually nullify the will of voters in this case, since what they are pushing forward does not serve to right a wrong. So, thank you so much for joining me for this Michigan set of Real News Blast, episode 16. I'll talk to you soon.